Sailboarding is fine on water, but you have to try it out on dry land first.
Yeah.
You gotta
how hard can
get
it be?
your balance.
It looks so easy. Hannah Welker live on Canandaigua Lake to take a lesson this morning. So you're going to try a dry land run, a dry run, and then it's out on the water. Is that correct?
Yes, Doug, you have to start small baby steps, okay, before you get your feet wet, no pun intended, but kind of. We start on dry land. This is your...
It's called a simulator.
A simulator. What is it trying to show me on land? This board's a little bit different than the other one.
Right, and this one, it actually is on a pedestal, so it pivots so that we can start to teach you steering, how to turn the board around, how to change direction while you're sailing. So in the old days when we first started, we didn't have this, and we'd spend about 6 hours in the water. People would be falling off. Whereas here on land, we can do in about a half hour what it used to take so much trial and error and pulling the sail back up out of the water. So this really cuts through a lot of the fatigue issues of starting you in the water.
And a lot of frustration from people who may be beginners. You know, they get hit by the sail and they quit. How do I start? Where do I stand?
Okay, so we're going to start out, and you're going to kneel on it, and
like
straddle the mast right here.
Okay.
One knee on either side.
Okay.
Now we can go to our standing position. So from there, you're going to go up. We're going to grab our uphaul line right here.
Right here.
And slowly pull up.
Yep.
And then we're going to go hands on the mast.
Hands on the mast.
Okay, and our next move now, what we're going to do is take a half step towards the back of the board.
Okay.
And bring your right foot right alongside the mast.
Yep.
Okay. Let go with your back hand. Rotate your shoulders towards the front of the mast.
Like this?
Front of the board there. Yep. Now put your back hand on.
Yep.
Front hand on. And rotate to 45 degrees. And we're under sail.
Okay. So I guess you don't want the sail parallel to the board.
Right. If I get too parallel, it's going to stall right out with the wind, and the only thing it's going to do is want to pull you off the board.
Okay.
But by keeping it off at about a 45-degree angle here, you get the lift like an airplane wing that'll actually move you forward. So now you're in the perfect position to go sailing in right now, and you're ready to get going. Now, if I just slowly rock the sail back towards the back of the board just a little bit, it's going to point the board up into the wind.
Okay.
And if I rock it forward on the board, it's going to start bringing the nose of the board downwind.
And small movements, you said, are often better than big ones?
Yep, we want to be patient. The board's going to react slowly on a light wind day that we take beginners out. So just that slow. So now if I'm looking off on the horizon here and I pick a spot out and I want to go up towards the wind a little bit, just rock it back and it'll steer me in that direction. But once I'm in the direction I want to go, I want to bring it back kind of over the dagger board, that pivot point on the dagger board there. So now we're sailing a little closer to the wind, and you're having a great time out there, so you should be smiling now.
I'm having a great time. I mean, I feel like I'm on the waves already.
So while we're sailing, though, a gust can come, and it can start pulling you over. And see, the first thing that happens is the shoulders come in, and the butt goes out. So what we want to do is move the hips in and let the shoulders go back so that you have a little bit of leverage over the extra wind that gets pulled on it.
Right.
If you get overpowered, let's say the wind really starts to pull, just let go with your back hand and go right back to grab the mast.
Okay.
Okay, and then you can start all over again.
Yeah.
So, but what happens, let's go back to our sailing position here.
Yep.
And you get overpowered and let go of the front hand.
Ooh.
And what happens?
And then you fall.
Then you take the long walk on a short board, and you're very wet. So.
And it can also come the other way too. If you said the most important thing to do with your arms is to keep them relaxed and extended.
Yep.
Because if you try and take control by pulling in, the sail is going to pull in as well.
Now you got to balance everybody on here, both you and the sail.
Yeah.
But if you keep the sail out and you keep the sail away from you a little bit more, you're actually using the weight of the sail to help balance you on the board.
Very good. Well, when we come back, guys, I am going to actually get on the water. And, you know, Doug, I saw some video of you this weekend. Actually, I think you sent it to me yourself.
I think my
of you trying to paddleboard, and your balance
was not good.
I think your balance needs a little work.
Yeah, my wife actually took my phone from me and sent Hannah pictures of me falling in the water repeatedly on a paddleboard. I was trying it for the first time, But it was very, very windy and very choppy out there. But yes, that's true, Hannah. But remember, now with the sailboard, you've got something to hold on to. It's much easier.
Oh, oh.
Oh,
It's so much easier, Hannah.
Yeah, it's much easier. You're holding on.
Much easier. You're just doing
so
it
much
wrong.
easier.
Yeah, okay. I'm looking forward to. Is there any wind, by the way?
Yeah. Very little wind.
Okay.
Very little wind.
Okay.
We're going to work with this.
Okay, we'll see how you do.
It looks good, though.
It does.
Wow.
And I
Beautiful
learned a
out
lot
there.
from that lesson. That was cool. Steve Howie gave some good advice there. Now I'm willing to try it.
You really?
Yeah, I'd like to try it.
You're saying that on the air?
I would like to try it.
Okay.
Not on the air, but I'd like to try it.
No, I think you meant on the air.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll do that.
We had a little bit of rain yesterday.
Uh-huh.
Well, today looked the same. Marty has the full weather forecast coming up next.
Today looks pretty good from there.